Now that we've seen the process whereby we can export our finished project, and you've also seen in the previous tutorial, we get to choose what type of format we use, and this will be largely dependent on whether we want to send out to DVD, Blu-ray disc, send it to the internet, or whatever. But now that we've done all that, I want to look at one final tutorial here, but this time, not exactly looking at a full clip, but at using one single frame from a clip, so that we could use that single frame, maybe as a cover shot, for use within Adobe's Encore when we are creating a DVD menu, or for any other number of reasons why we might want a single frame. Anyway, it's quite a simple process. Let me walk you through it. I'm going to open up one of these clips. I'll double click so I can see it here in my source monitor. And I'm going to choose one of these frames at random. So I'll move my CTI here. Now imagine that this is the perfect shot that I want to use for a menu within a DVD and created with Adobe's Encore. Well, of course, the process now is we need to export a single frame. Now, we've seen how we could do that in the previous tutorial, in that if we're exporting a full clip or even a full sequence, there were options, remember, whereby we could send out as a JPEG file. Well, in fact, there's a quicker way of doing it without having to export in such a way. And it's a button option that you will probably see here at the bottom of your source monitor. Unfortunately though, once again, because of the size of these recordings, I'm having to squash everything up here. So I need to be able to access this, because at the moment I can't see the relevant button. Therefore, if I click on this plus button, then this button editor opens up, and it's this particular one here that we need. This is the Export Frame button, and you'll notice the shortcut there, Control plus Shift plus E. Well, making sure that I've got it selected, I'll come down here to where it says Reset Layout, and then by clicking there and then selecting OK, well, at the present time I still can't see that particular option. And, well, really it was there all along. I was just showing you the process. What I need to do is left click here and expand our panel out to the right, this source monitor, and there you'll see our button right at the right hand side there. Therefore, once I select it, this Export Frame dialog opens up, and we can give this a name. Or we could leave it at the name given there. That's up to you. I think I would give it something a little bit more, shall we say, identifiable. Certainly if you are going to be exporting a number of frames. Anyway, I'll leave that for you to decide. Underneath you can choose your format. It's set to JPEG at the moment. But by clicking on here, you can see that we've got these 7 imaging options. I'll leave it at JPEG for our example. Also by default, you'll see this checkbox underneath, Import into Project. I'm leaving that checked by default so that this particular frame gets automatically brought into our project. If I didn't want to and I wanted to save it somewhere else, then of course unchecking it would do exactly that. You can see the path structure just above. If you want to change it wherever it's going to be saved on your drive, you would click Browse, of course. I'll leave it at that path and simply click on OK. And there you go. Automatically, as we know because of that checkbox, we now see this particular JPEG image has been brought in directly into our project. Now let me just close down the movie from within our source monitor, and then now, by double clicking on this frame, well there you go, it's exactly the same quality. It retains the size, the settings, the quality, everything. Okay, perfect. Right, I'll finish up here then for this tutorial, and in fact for this exporting section, now that we are fairly conversant in the whole process.